Wow, it's that kind of experience.
Welcome back to AM Evansville. Joining us now, we have Louella Christy Komuves and her Silent Sagas, Unsung Sorrows this morning, her book that she put out. And you've joined us once before, but we really didn't get to touch on the fact of helping others go through this event. And first off, what did you go through that put you to write this book?
Well, the traumatic experience was what I went through, and so in this book I tried to write how I picked up the pieces of my shattered life, all my pain, all my sorrow, all my confusion, and wanted to put it in a book so people would know that they could read it and hopefully move through those steps too.
And this is talking about being either a heterosexual wife or husband, and then having a homosexual husband or wife, or those do come out. As you're helping, what are you seeing as far as the transitional period of coming to terms with something like that?
Well, it's different for everybody, of course, but when I was going through it, there weren't books and resources. Thankfully now we have, thanks to Dr. Amity Buxton, we have a straight spouse network, SSN, and it's worldwide. And she's a counselor, a researcher, and she founded Straight Spouse Network. So we can touch base with them to help other people. In fact, the purpose of that SSN is healing and helping.
And as you're healing and helping, it's part of that, and I've marked chapter 9, and I think it is chapter 10 right after that, telling family, and then telling, for those of you who are very fully committed to church, telling the church that you're at.
Telling the church. And in some cases that's risky because some people are so opposed to people being gay, and so they don't know how to react. And yet when you know somebody as a person instead of as a label, I think it helps everybody, you know, you too. Right,
and then another chapter, chapter 12, a new sense of self. What did you discover in that, finding that new sense of self for you?
Well, I had a dream always to become a college instructor, and so I pursued that and was at a point where I could do that now. And so I would suggest to people, find a dream and do it. You think you might not be able to, but just do it and try it.
And you're still good friends with your ex-husband?
We still communicate well, and he's the father of my sons, and I'm so thankful that we got married for that purpose. But the devastation of going through a broken marriage is hard to pick up the pieces. I was shattered completely.
And for any broken marriage, I would think, and with children, having children, how did you help them get through this period as well?
Well, you're just there for them, like you always are as a parent. But you know, this isn't their story. This is just my story. It's not my husband's story either. It's just how I picked up the pieces. And no matter what you go through, all those steps of pain and sorrow, etc., can be worked through.
And now that this, how long has your book been out?
Actually, it came out in 2006, I believe. But now it's on Kindle and Nook, and as an ebook reader on PCs.
Well, and from 2006 up until now, I'm guessing, or I would think that people have contacted you. What are you hearing from them for those who have read your book?
Appreciation. Appreciation for risking telling such a personal story, and seeing all the steps that I went through to get to the point where you can be whole and happy and healthy again.
And then you have a chapter in here, questions and choices. What one big question for yourself, and then one big choice that you had to make after the fact?
A big question for myself. How am I going to get my self-esteem back? And the choices are, we have choices of how long you want to be angry, how long you want to be unhappy, how do you forgive, etc. It's all there, and we can all connect with each other now. I hope people will contact me. I'll be happy to contact them through my email, and I'm on Facebook.
Well, thank you so much for joining us once again. We do appreciate it this morning, and stay tuned. We have much more coming up here on AM Evansville.
Can a little bowl of cereal change